everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we've got my April bullet journal plan with me video. So we're getting straight into it, and for the first page I had a little extra page on the side, and you know, I've been trying to improve my collage skills, which are still yet to be witnessed, but so I tried to collage a bunch of these little images that I had that kind of resembled this month's theme, including this little like perfume box like backing paper thing that I had that I thought was really cute, and I kept it. So yeah, I'm just using my sticky roller adhesive to kind of stick these together, and I kind of cut them into some cool, I don't know, shapes and some geometric shapes that look like crystals to kind of make them look a little bit more cool, I guess. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this part out, guys. So yeah, I just kind of added some little doodles around the images, and that's what it looked like. If you haven't noticed yet, this month's theme is witchcraft and like celestial things. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this theme for a while now, and I put up a little poll on my Twitter the other day asking what theme you guys would like to see the most, and this one won ever so slightly, but it won. So this is what it is this month. For the first title page, I kind of just wrote out April and the days of the month, and then just kind of drew out a bunch of, you know, like celestial things. I put the phases of the moon and a little cauldron at the bottom. I basically tried to make this month like really doodly, because the past couple months have been quite how do I put this, like design based sort of, and I wanted to kind of have fun with this spread and try and, you know, doodle, because I love witchcraft and stuff like that, so this was perfect for me. So I'm using my Art and Fly Fineliners to kind of just doodle out all these things. You guys know I always link everything that I use in my description, including this really cute, amazing gold and black washi tape that I used at the bottom. I kind of used that quite a lot this month because it was just perfect for this. Colors that I'm going to use this month, I'm going to try and keep it very black and white, but I also here and there used a hint of this Tombow dual brush pen in a light blue, which is kind of a grayish blue, just because I felt like it would add a nice lighting color to it. And of course I added some cute little borders around this. I also do this a lot in the further spreads in this month, so yeah, it's a very kind of like quick, easy way to do a cute border. I then went into that blue stripe that I did at the top, because I didn't really like how it was the only pop of color in this page, so I kind of went over it with black and then used my white gel pen to write over it. And that was it for the first two pages, and with all that done, let's go into the monthly planner. So I really liked the kind of spread that I had going on last month. It really worked very nicely. So I kept it the same for this month because last month was absolutely hectic. And the first week or so of this month are still going to be in the same tone. So I kept the same sort of style because it helped me last month. So I'm not going to change a working formula, you know? yeah, I just kind of drew out all the little boxes for my monthly overview. For anyone wondering, I do 5x5 little boxes. I have the dotted grid, so I do 5x5 of those. And then, of course, on the side, on that extra space, I always have my monthly goals and tasks, and of course my YouTube planner. And a lot of people ask me in the comment section what I use the YouTube planner for. It's basically just where I plan out what videos I want to film and or post that month. And it's just where I write my lists. You guys know I love lists, so wherever I can find space, I'm gonna make a list for something. So that's basically what I use my YouTube planner for. It helps me stay on track with what videos I'm putting out each month, and yeah, that's it. I then made a couple of cute ovals at the top of each of the days of the week, and I blacked those out and waited for it to dry so I could go over with my white gel pen and write in the days of the week. And I really, really like how this looked, actually. Yeah, I just went in with my white gel pen to fix a bunch of things that I had screwed up with my brush pen, and I did the same sort of thing for my mood tracker at the bottom. I also really enjoyed how I did a little mood tracker last month on the monthly spread, so I'm going to keep that again this month. And I was just testing out all the different kind of blue tones that I had out and kind of put them in order, and that's how I'm going to assess my moods for every day, pretty much. So black being feeling the worst and light blue feeling the best. It was very fun to do this last month. I quite enjoyed it because when I'm looking at my monthly spread, it's sort of when I'm like organizing my life, which is also when I should be doing my mood tracker for every day. So I quite enjoyed it, and it looks quite cute at the end when all the colors are filled in for every day. And then drew some like little hanging ornaments over there where I had some free space, and on the other side I did like a little cauldron with some herbs and stuff kind of popping out. I think it looked quite aesthetic and cute. It looked very Tumblr witch aesthetic rather than real witch aesthetic, but you know, I liked it. Over next to all the empty spaces that I had, I kind of just went crazy with my doodles, and I did not hold back. I basically just kind of drew anything that I associated with witches and witchcraft, and I had fun. That was what's important. So I drew a magic crystal ball. I drew a bunch of herbs and stuff and lavender. I drew some crystals, a Ouija board. I'm gonna stop. And also some like vials and some flasks and things. If anyone's wanting to do this theme, I have an actual like board on Pinterest called Witchcraft, where I just save aesthetic witchcraft images and stuff. So if you want some inspiration, that's where I got most of mine from. And yeah, if you do recreate this theme, do tag me in it, because I love seeing you guys' recreations on Instagram. But yeah, with that done, I think that was pretty much it for my monthly spread. I just kind of kept doodling until I realized I had to move on. And that was it for my monthly spread. I think it looked really cute and simple, and plenty of space for me to mess it up with my disorganization for the next month. And next up, you guys know, it's the habit and expense tracker. And I, keep using these little easy ones to fill out when I'm having really hectic months. So I put in the little miniature symbols, as I always do, and then I kind of track them in a vertical sense. I kind of was just flipping back to my tracker from last month and copying my little icons. And I know what you're thinking, it's not centered. I know, but it'll make sense in a bit why I made it off center this month. It's not because I'm insane, I promise. So after just numbering all the days of the month, I then, here it comes, I decided to do a little like cute doodle on the side of this cauldron, kind of expelling a bunch of magical wispy things into the air, and that's why I left all that space on the side. In retrospect, I probably should have put the title aligned with the tracker, but it's fine. It's done now. Let's move on. So again, I drew a bunch of little vials and flasks and herbs and Ouija boards and stuff like that. Also, I realize it's not the Ouija board that I'm drawing, it's the little thing that you put your hands on, but I don't really know what that's called, so I'm gonna keep calling it a Ouija board. But I'm aware it's not what it is. And then I basically just rubbed out all the little pencil marks that I had, because I do sometimes sketch out these pages before I draw in what I'm gonna draw in. Words are really hard today, guys. I then, of course, used my little washi tape that I mentioned in the beginning. I really love this washi tape a lot. I got it from Amazon, guys, so it was literally like £1 or something. I'll link it in the description, of course, but it's really nice. It took quite a while to get here because I think it comes from a Chinese retailer, but it was worth it. I really, really like it. I sometimes use it for my shop orders. It's very, very nice and celestial. It's literally me if I was a washi tape, I think is the best way I described this when I saw it. So yeah, for my expense tracker, you guys know I always keep this the same. Very boring, very plain, but I just gridded out my expense tracker, and for the title I just kind of drew out a bunch of like little moon phases and stuff. And then I added a little drop shadow to my expense tracker just to kind of spice things up a little, and I think it worked nicely. I also, because I realized the washi tape kind of overlaps the title bar, I went into that and blacked that out, and I think it fixed it ever so slightly. Everything's a little off center on this double spread, but it's fine, we're gonna move on. And then, of course, I went in with my gel pen to write in all these titles over the blacked out areas. And I added a little bit of a pop of color to the side on the habit tracker, just because it was looking very plain and void of color, as most of this spread are gonna be. And after doing that, those two spreads were pretty much done, and we're going on into my weekly spread. So I've seen Amanda Rachel do this a lot, and a lot of other bullet journals I've seen do this, which is like a little Dutch door. And I actually, for some reason, didn't use this that much during my really hectic month in March, because I didn't have time to think about any of this. But now that I've got like this one more last week of hectic times before I finally have a break, I decided to do it on the first week of April, and I obviously messed it up, but I think it's going to be really helpful. I basically just ripped a page in half, and I'm using that for just some extra space, because I'm pretty much going to need it, because not only is it my last week of uni before Easter holidays, I've also got deadlines, presentations, and I'm going traveling on that weekend before I go home for Easter, so it's going to be a lot of things to remember to do before I go. A lot of lists. So yeah, I needed all the extra space I could get. And then I used my white gel pen to just write in the days of the week. I used the extra space on the side to also draw a little events log thing for that week, because I feel like I would need all the space on the weekly spread to just write all the tasks I'm gonna have to do. So I'm gonna just basically convene all the events on that log at the side. And I put some little stars to mask some mistakes that I made. There was a lot of mistakes here, but I managed to mask them quite nicely. So I just added some little star stickers that I have a lot of. and I filled out my weekly events on the side, and then I had some little extra space at the bottom there, so I decided to just add a little doodle of a crystal ball on top of like a table on top of another cushion, and I think it looked adorable. So that was it for my weekly spread pretty much, and with my first weekly spread done, I left enough pages for the rest of the weeks of April, and at the end I kind of always have a double spread for my YouTube and life planner / organizer, and this is where normally I just, do all my lists. And because I'm going to go traveling and I'm going to go home for Easter, I needed a double spread for this month because I need to do my packing lists and things to remember. A lot of lists, basically. And it's also kind of where I plan out my videos and write down any notes for voiceovers and things. This is where I just note down everything, basically. And yeah, I did a cute little border as I did in the first page, so it kind of ties things up nicely. And this is also a really good life hack, this kind of border thing that I do. It's very easy to do. So yeah, with that done, that was pretty much it for my April plan with me. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you like this theme. I'm going to be putting polls up on my Twitter every month now because you guys seem to really like to pick what theme I do. So I'm just flipping through it right now just so you guys can see the whole thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a delicious April. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!